You're tuning in to Kick-Off on talkSPORT with Alan Pardew and Natalie Sawyer. We're with you until 10 this evening with the Sports Bar taking over with Jamie O'Hara and Jason Cundy. We're focusing right now on the hotly anticipated boxing rematch between Chris Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn, which takes place on Saturday night on talkSPORT, and you can watch it live only on DAZN.
I'm neither mind nor thought. I cannot be heard or cast into thought, nor by sight or smell ever caught. In light and wind I am not found, nor yet in earth and sky. Consciousness and joy incarnate, bliss of the blissful am I. The purpose of it is always that we are entertaining the public.
He's here! Both guys here! Going for it! So
I have nothing to say to Nigel. I find the man intolerable in that he's so wild.
All I wanted to do was rip his head off.
after an atmosphere in a contest like this, they surely have to do it again.
What did my son want to do? Rip his head off.
Sympathy, then his toenail, sympathy, the ambulance, sympathy.
One of the toenails on my big toe fell off.
When is he going to understand? Nobody cares.
These rivalries do tend when they share their souls in the ring for our entertainment.
Never seen anything like this!
The souls and the spirits entwined forever.
Yeah, it's geared up nicely, isn't it? Especially with the wordsmith that was Chris Eubank there. And I'm sure you could have done your own poem just as well.
That monologue was very, very impressive. I was like, what? Where was it going? I didn't quite make any sense of it, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Oh, I'm with you.
I
think
enjoy him anyway. I think the last word he used there, entertainment. He is entertainment.
Yes.
And will he turn up late in his fur coat again in the back? Well,
exactly that. All of these questions and more, I'm sure, will be answered for you on Saturday. Let's take you live now to Canary Wharf, where the public workouts have been taking place. talkSPORT's Gareth A, Davies and Spencer Oliver are there for us. Evening to you, gents. Before we talk about this fight, I know there's some breaking news just reaching you with regards to Anthony Joshua. What can you tell us?
That's right, Natalie. Evening, pods. You can see Chris Eubank working out behind us. Massive news about Anthony Joshua. Spencer and I have been digesting the fact that it's been put out there by Ring magazine, and they're normally they have a lot of veracity in their stories on X, that he is fighting Jake Paul in December. I'll be quite honest about this, and Spencer knows Anthony really well. I am very shocked because I don't think it does a great deal for his legacy, Spencer.
No, listen, guys, we were very shocked by this breaking news that Anthony Joshua is going to be boxing Jake Paul in December, because we all thought it was about that journey to winning the World Heavyweight Championship for the third time and going down in the history books. We thought he was going to have a warm-up fight before going into a big fight, maybe in the summer with Tyson Fury, and it now appears that he's chosen a Jake Paul fight over that dream of becoming a freeweight world champion, which is big news to me as well, by the way. Is it good? Does it damage his legacy? Possibly yes at this stage.
There's a secondary thing before you guys come back to us. This should not be commissioned. Jake Paul is the level of an area champion. He might not even win an area title in the UK. Anthony Joshua is a very dangerous heavyweight. They're going to Florida because it'll be in Miami. They're a very lenient commission. This fight should not be licensed. It's dangerous for Jake Paul.
Guys, may I just add to that we do not know whether this is going to be sanctioned as a professional contest or whether it'll be an exhibition.
They won't allow it.
Off the top of my head, I personally think it's going to be an exhibition.
What do you think about it, guys?
Well, I'm just saddened, really. I think it tells you everything about the direction of Anthony Joshua's career, really. You're going to be fighting someone who has done very well in boxing, we know, in his Netflix fights and everything else that he's done with Jake Paul, but I'm not in favour of it. It's, again, one of those fights I'm not interested in seeing. Alan?
Well, firstly, good evening, Gareth. Spencer. It's nice to see. I like Spencer when he's jockeying. He's always jockeying, that boy. Listen, this fight doesn't make any sense to me. It's a career move. If you wanted to have a career in heavyweight boxing, again, I think he literally has like gone, well, okay, I'm going to take this money earner, and kind of it's a promotion, I would guess. But it's not going to be a promotion to a world heavyweight fight again, I don't think. What do you think, guys? Do you think he could take this fight and still carry on?
No, it's nothing more than a money heist for Anthony Joshua. It'll be a $50 million payday. It'll be a massive audience on Netflix. He's having to get DAZN, his broadcast paymasters, to acquiesce to this. Eddie Hearn, by the way, is on White and Jordan tomorrow, so they'll grill him over this because he's Anthony Joshua's promoter. As you both say, and you rightly react, that is how every fan in the world is going to react to Anthony Joshua, a two-time heavyweight champion of the world.
I totally agree with that. You know, I think that we're at this stage of Anthony Joshua's career where you go, it's the last roll of the dice, the last opportunity to maybe pick up a world title when those titles fragment and Alexander Usyk releases those titles. Joshua may have got an opportunity to box for one of those vacated titles. Going down this route with Jake Paul seems a very strange option for me at this stage of his career. I get the fight's there and it's a huge money fight, but at what stage? It should be done after Joshua's career is finished, not right in the middle of it, and maybe at the most important point of his career to date.
Yeah, it's just you just feel you can't take him seriously if he has a fight like this going forward in his heavyweight career. But let's talk about the fight that you're preparing for on Saturday. We know it's going to be taking place. The rematch between Eubank Jr. and Ben. The atmosphere, it sounds brilliant where you are.
No, it's absolutely brilliant. We've had Conor Benn already. He rocked and rolled the place. He stood with DAZN for about half an hour, selling his rematch, his sequel with Chris Eubank Jr., who you can just see behind us in the ring right now, with Brian McIntyre, who is, of course, the trainer of Terence Crawford. It's a really big fight. It's just starting to catch a light this week. It's a family feud, of course, that goes back 35 years. We had the Eubank father and the Ben father in at talkSPORT yesterday. It was extraordinary. This is a really big fight, and you fancy Conor Benn's grown into the weight, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that Conor Benn, you can see, looks better at the weight this time around. His body's had time to adjust to it, and that could be important in a fight of this magnitude. You know, Chris Eubank Jr. looks in phenomenal shape behind us as well. You know, Conor Benn, the Benns, need a victory over the Eubanks. You know, this family feud goes back a long way. There's pride, there's egos, and I know how much the Benns want it. Can he do it? I'm not so sure. Maybe favourite for me is the guy in the ring right now, Chris Eubank Jr. But what we can guarantee is, guys, fireworks. These guys will take off from where they left off, and the last fight was absolutely magnificent.
I just glanced behind me. That's not actually Bomac in the ring with him. It's another member of the team. But what we're seeing from Chris Eubank Jr. here, clinical punches, picking his shots, Spencer. Really, he's going to look to pick Ben apart.
You know, I think the key factors here for Chris Eubank Jr., and we saw where he was getting the successes in that last contest, and that was in the early rounds when he was working everything behind the jab, keeping it at range, using his height and his reach to his advantage. The fight started going away from him when he got drawn into the fight. That's Conor Benn's game, when he wants to work the body on the inside. Now, we've seen Ben working out. That is the game plan from Conor Benn, to draw him into a dogfight. For Eubank, he has to use that height and reach, use that range, and then when he gets drawn in, he's got enough in the tank to get it over the line.
You're right, Pards, he's jockeying again.
Brilliant work.
By the way, guys, if you would have seen Gareth A. Davies when we're not on camera, I've never seen a guy dance like this in all my life. You wouldn't think he was 71, you'd think he was 31.
Well, look, we don't want to keep you. Keep up the dancing, keep up the jockeying, the jostling, whatever it is you're doing, Spencer. We love it.
Gareth, me and you'll have to have a dance-off.
Oh, well,
obviously, I've got history.
Hello, hang on. If we can have a paddle contest between some of our presenters, there's no reason we can't have a dance-off as well. I love it. Enjoy yourself, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Gareth A. Davies and Spencer Oliver there at Canary Wharf for this public
Top men,
workout.
aren't they? Great. Then
Fantastic.
Too. And that is a great fight. I mean, personally, I just can't see Ben hurting Eubank. as well as he did last time. You know, he threw so many punches. He caught him. He's just got that same hereditary jaw as his father, and just absorbed it all. And I think he'll win again, which won't be ideal for the Bens, unfortunately.
No, it won't.
No.
But that will put pay to any talk of a trilogy, you imagine? Surely.
Well, you never know, do you?
I suppose not. What do I know?
You never know anything in boxing.
AJ's fighting Jake Paul.
That's what I was going to say. AJ's just put that all, it just shows you the boxing world. It's crazy at times.
It certainly is. But don't forget, Chris Eubank Jr. versus Conor Benn this Saturday from 7 p.m. It's live on talkSPORT. You can also watch live on DAZN.
And if you listen very carefully, you'll hear Majestic in the background doing the tunes. Of course he does. Does in between the rounds, gets all the crowd involved and, raises the atmosphere.
That's our
Go on, the match.
Exactly. For more boxing content, head over to the talkSPORT Boxing YouTube channel as well.